Good evening, Slippery Rock. I'm Matt Glover.
And I'm Sarah Anderson. And this is Campus Update.
The first candidate for provost visited campus this week. Dr. Matthew Smith, Dean of the College of Humanities and Behavioral Sciences at Radford University, held two open forums on Monday, November 6th and Tuesday, November 7th. The first forum provided faculty, staff, and administration the opportunity to meet Smith and ask him questions. The second forum provided the same opportunity to students. At the student forum, several students asked Smith for his thoughts on the current departmental restructuring plans being introduced by current interim provost, Dr. Michael Zieg. Smith explained that it would be unfair to comment as he did not have all the facts that the university was using while moving forward with this process. He shared his numerous experiences both as a member of the faculty and as dean at Radford. The next candidate for provost will be on campus on November 14th.
The inauguration of President Karen Riley was held on Friday, November 3rd. The events began with a procession consisting of administration, faculty, and students from Wise and Flew to the Miller Auditorium Theater. The ceremony opened with a welcoming speech from Dr. Michael Zieg, who is currently serving as the interim provost. Other representatives who spoke during the ceremony included Ella Bloom, president of SRSGA, Dr. Jason Hilton, representing the SRU faculty, and the current president of APSCUF. Mr. Mark Palmer, chair of the SRU Foundation, and Dr. Daniel Greenstein, who's the chancellor of PASHE, also recited the Declaration of the President. Afterwards, during her speech, Dr. Riley spoke about many of her hopes for Slippery Rock University and what she hopes to accomplish during her tenure as president. She thanked her husband and children, who were all in attendance. The event concluded with a reception in the Smith Student Center.
SRU observed National Transfer Student Week from October 16th to October 20th. The week-long celebrations are meant to celebrate students who transferred to SRU from other universities. This semester, approximately 430 students left their old schools to come to Slippery Rock. This year, SRU asked transfer students to nominate a member of the staff or faculty who helped to make their transition smooth and memorable. The student-chosen transfer advocates were Katrina Quinn, Christopher Stridle, Amber Hamilton, Lucian Dean, Tamara Chiappa, Braden Rogers, Richard Marchland, and Krista Brawler. Students chose these individuals for going out of their way to help transfer students with questions and being welcoming to the campus community. One student expressed that the easiest part of transferring to SRU was the application process compared to other universities. The crew here at Rock Media Network Campus Update sends their welcome to our newest peers and hope they have a successful first year here at SRU.
Each year, the Office for Inclusive Excellence hosts a separate graduation for students that belong to traditionally marginalized communities. Multicultural graduation is a time to commemorate the accomplishments of BIPOC individuals, LGBTQIA+ individuals, as well as veterans. According to Kristen Black, the Assistant Director of Student Transitions, the graduation ceremony is meant to commemorate the uniqueness of the students while also acknowledging their achievements and contributions to the classroom. Students participating in the ceremony are recognized with cultural stoles dedicated to representing the students' heritage. The stoles are worn atop of the graduation robes. Typically, there are 10 to 15 student participants in the fall and 35 to 40 in the spring. The fall ceremony will take place in the Smith Student Center Ballroom on December 7th from 5 to 7 p.m. The event is free of charge to all who attend. Now to Matt with the SRU Police Blotter.
We here at the Rock Media Network Campus Update wanted to warn our viewers that this week's Police Blotter contains mentions of alcohol use and automobile accidents. Please use caution when viewing this segment. The following incidents are dated October 26th. An individual on station filed a report that they are receiving threatening text messages to harm them and their family. The case is currently under investigation. Butler 911 called into SRU PD dispatch, advising they received a call from an individual in a building saying that they had just cut themselves badly and needed EMS. Police and EMS arrived on scene and the person was transported to Butler Memorial Hospital. Police responded to a fire alarm activation in Building F, and when the officer got there, they determined that burnt food was the cause of the activation. The officer then reset the alarm panel. Police responded to a vehicle accident in Westlake commuter lot. The caller said that while backing out of a parking space, they hit the vehicle next to them. The officer arrived and all required information was exchanged. Police are investigating a report of fraud in the amount of $8,307.80 in refund of federal grants in the fall of 2023. Police responded to an individual in the Smith Student Center having severe gastrointestinal pain. When the officer arrived, the person refused medical treatment. The individual's parent arrived and said that she would take care of her child, and no further action was taken. Police received an intruder alarm activation from the Smith Student Center. The alarm was accidentally set off by university police upon entering the area to assist with retrieving a student's book bag that they forgot to get while leaving the building. Silly SRU police. The alarm panel was reset.
The following events are dated October 27th. Police received a call from an individual in Eisenberg Classroom Building having an epileptic seizure. University police and EMS arrived on scene. The individual refused medical treatment and no further action was taken. Police received a call from a Watson Hall CA about an alcohol violation. The officers arrived, alcohol was discovered, and citations were issued to Gavin Thompson, 20, Natalie McLean, 18, and Alyssa Newfer, 18, for underage drinking. Police responded to a fire alarm activation from Rock Apartment number 6. The responding officer determined that burnt mac and cheese was the cause of the alarm. The officer then reset the alarm system. Police received a call from Building ECA that an individual was in the lobby and complaining that they were dizzy, lightheaded, and having a panic attack. University police and EMS arrived on the scene, and the individual refused medical treatment. No further action was taken.
The following events are dated October 28th. Police received a call from a Building F CA for an alcohol violation. The incident was referred to student conduct. Police received a call from a Building B CA for an alcohol violation. Charges against Tyler Mack, 19, Anthony Marino, 19, Isabella Bueno, 19, Abigail Fink, 19, Ava Dossier, 18, and Maddox Lohr, 18, are pending.
The following is dated October 29th. A person in BSB commuter lot reported an unknown vehicle had hit their vehicle in the lot. The report was taken and the case is under investigation.
The following events are dated October 30th. Police received a fire alarm activation from Building E, and it was discovered upon arrival that workers were moving concrete by the loading dock, which caused the alarm to be activated. Police were called to a traffic accident at the main intersection of campus, and the vehicle struck the pillar while trying to enter campus. An incident report was taken, and the SRU maintenance was notified of the damage.
The following was dated October 31st. 911 called University Police and informed them that an ambulance was dispatched to Morrow Fieldhouse for a person with a possible broken femur. The person was then transported to Allegheny General Hospital.
The following events are dated November 1st. Police responded to a vehicle that slid on the roadway into a curb on Keister Road. The officer arrived on the scene and no injuries were reported. The vehicle was not able to be driven and parked in the Westlake commuter lot to be towed. The vehicle operator was driving on a suspended driver's license and charges are pending. Slippery Rock Police requested University Police assistance at a traffic stop on Franklin Street. University Police arrived on the scene and assisted in the traffic stop. The driver was issued a verbal warning for following a vehicle too closely. Police responded to a fire alarm activation at Rock Apartment number 5, and the responding officer determined that an individual using a diffuser was the cause of the alarm. The officer then reset the alarm system.
The following is dated November 2nd. Police responded to an individual in Building A who called into dispatch and said they were having chest pains and shortness of breath. EMS arrived and transported the individual to Grove City Medical Center. Police responded to a fire alarm activation in Building E. The responding officer determined that the cause was a humidifier that the residents were using in their room. The alarm system panel was then reset. Police received a call about a vehicle accident that had just occurred in front of Miller Auditorium. The reporting officer arrived. No injuries were reported, both vehicles were drivable, and all information was received.
The following events are dated November 3rd. Police received an e-phone activation from North Hall and determined that the call button was accidentally pressed by an individual in the elevator. Police responded to a fire alarm activation in Building E. The responding officer determined that the cause was a humidifier that the residents were using in their room. The alarm system panel was reset.
The following is dated November 4th. Police were called to Building E to check on a person. The police arrived and knocked on the door, and the person was sleeping. The person was told to contact the caller. Police received a smoke detector activation from Rock Apartment number 7. Police checked the room, determined burnt food was the cause, and reset the alarm panel system.
The following events are dated November 5th. Slippery Rock Borough Police requested assistance at the get-go on Kelly Boulevard for 5 people who were disorderly. No other action was taken by SRU-PD. Borough Police are handling the charges. Police received a call from Building B for a person having a medical issue. The person was transported by ambulance to Grove City Hospital. Police received a call from a possible altercation outside of Building F. When police got there, they spoke with the parties involved and no charges were filed. Information was given to student conduct. This concludes the SRU Police Blotter. Be sure to check out theonlinerocket.com to keep up to date with the blotter each week. Now, on to Maddie Bundy for the upcoming weather forecast.
Good evening, Slippery Rock. I'm Maddie Bundy, and this is the local forecast for the next few days. On Saturday, look for it to be partly sunny with a high of 42 and a low of 34 degrees. Sunday will remain partly cloudy with a high of 46 and a low of 39. On Monday, we'll see rain for the majority of the day with a high of 48 and a low of 38. The rain will continue into Tuesday with a high of 47 and a low of 37. Finally, on Wednesday, you guessed it, more rain with a high of 45 and a low of 36. This concludes our weekly weather report. Have a great weekend.
This concludes this week's Rock Media Network Campus Update.
To keep up to date on all community and campus news, be sure to check out theonlinerocket.com.
We'll be back next week with another edition of Campus Update, and have a great week, Slippery Rock.